So today we're going to talk about lesson 20, which is the special triangles. So in this first example here, it says to draw the necessary reference triangle, we're talking about the special triangle, and evaluate this expression, and do not use a calculator. So if we're talking about an angle of 60 degrees, then that means we need to be drawing the 30, 60, 90 special triangle. So, oops, sorry. It's not working. So let's get a 30, 60, 90 drawn. Then let's mark it with the measurements of the special triangle. If you don't have that memorized, you should. And then we're going to take this expression. We're going to use this triangle to simplify this expression. So we're going to look here at the 60 degree angle and take the sine of the 60 degree angle. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so that's going to be the square root of 3 over 2. And of course we have this to multiply it to. That's going to be 4 times 3. Of course that's 6, so we get 2. Okay, let's move on down to another one. It says to evaluate this expression and do not use a calculator. So these are not just simply like 30, 60. They go into other quadrants, so we need to think of them in the quadrants that they're in. So if we're talking a 210 degree angle, then we're talking it's going to go 180 plus another 30, and that would give you 210. So you're talking a 30 degree angle right here. So I'm going to, of course that means that's 60. So across from this angle is a 1, this one's a square root of 3, and this one's a 2. But in this quadrant, these are both negative. So the sine of this is negative 1 over 2. Okay, so then we're going to draw for the 270. Of course, 270 comes right to here. That means we're going to use the coordinate on the unit circle, and that is 0, negative 1. And we want cosine. We know that the first value here is the cosine, so it's 0. Sine of 30 degrees. So we're coming up 30 degrees. So we're in this quadrant. Across from 30 is 1. This is your 60. That's a square root of 3, and that's a 2. Sine of 30 is 1 over 2. Bring down your subtraction. For the last one, we have 120 degrees. That's over here in this quadrant. If this is 120, then that leaves me with 60 degrees right there. So my triangle is going to look like this. So this is 1, square root of 3, and 2. But this one is negative. And I want the cosine here. So cosine is negative 1 over 2. So I'm going to have negative 1/2, minus 1/2, plus 1/2. So that's going to give me a negative 1/2. You need to draw each one of those little diagrams as part of the work that you're showing. So come on down and do this one. We already had that 270 drawn, so we can use this one. The sine at 270, that's going to be your y coordinate. That's negative 1. Now 90, that means, you know, you're right here. That means you're going to use the coordinate of that point, which is 0, 1. And cosine, of course, is the x, so that's 0. 210, I drew that one here. So I want the sine of 210. So the sine is going to be negative 1 over negative square root of 3. I'm sorry, negative 1 over 2. I don't even know why. I'm just sitting there thinking, I don't even know why I said that. Anyway, so it's minus. And the sine of 210 is negative 1/2. And then at 180, we need to draw one of those. So that's to here. And that's the coordinate of that point on the unit circle. So that's negative 1, 0. And sine is going to be the 0. So we've got negative 1 minus a negative 1/2. So that's negative 1 plus 1/2. So you're going to get negative 1/2. So of course that's B. I hope that's helpful.